What up, YouTube? You're gonna have to excuse me, I don't have a shirt on right now, but I'm just chilling at the house, lounging. Decided to make you guys one quick video, and today I'm gonna be talking about my experience memorizing vocabulary words in regards to Spanish. So first off, surely you guys have heard about the rule which states that if you know 5,000 words, because statistics show that 5,000 words is what we use on a daily basis in normal casual conversation. If you know 5,000 words, then you have reached a high intermediate level of that language, right? Maybe a low advanced, depending on what you guys are talking about. Obviously, you're not going to be able to talk about physics and electronics, but the basics, right? So you know about 1,000 words and you really want to hit that 5,000 mark. So you want to memorize as many words as possible, right? So you're curious, how many words can we actually memorize, right? So right now I'm going to be talking about my experience in Spanish. In regards to Spanish, I've had a lot of exposure to the language. I live in Los Angeles, you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it's everywhere. The street signs are in Spanish. There's a lot of Spanish going on here, guys. So when you have a lot of exposure to a language that not only is very prominent in your area, but is also very close in regards to vocabulary to your native language, like my native language is English, then it's going to be a lot easier to memorize vocabulary, right? So for me, what I found is that in the beginning it was tough to learn words, but once I got into the swing of things and started understanding how Spanish words are put together, then it was a lot easier for me to memorize large bulks of words per day, right? I was memorizing 20 words a day, I was memorizing 30 words a day, I was 40 words, and at one point, believe it or not, I was memorizing 50 words a day, right? Sounds crazy, I know. Now, here's the thing. I would make stacks. I bought a frequency dictionary. Here, let me grab it for you guys real quick. It's right here, right? This one right here, it is the Routledge Frequency Dictionary, and it has all of these words, right? See, you can tell I've been through it, right? These are like the top 5,000 something words. You can tell I've been through this book. So I wanted to get to that book as quick as possible to reach that intermediate level, and I was writing down 50 words a day and memorizing them, right? So I would go through them and quickly I would start knowing, because once you understand that the verbs are all A, R, E, R, I, R, and then you understand, you know, like the way adjectives are formed and things of that nature, it just all starts to click, and you're able to recall those words quickly, right, after only seeing the flashcard once or twice. So I would do that, and I'd memorize them. I'd be like, cool, I got the whole stack right. Hell yeah. And I'd do it again maybe in like 2 hours, and then again before I go to sleep, right? Then I might do it once the next day, and then have those ones along with a whole other set of 50 words, right, the next day, right? And slowly but surely I would keep working it until eventually I got to that entire book. And you know, after maybe a week or two of trying to memorize a stack, I would throw them away and I would forget about them, right? Because I was already on to more words. I can't, you know, review 3,000, 4,000 words a day. That's crazy. So after doing that, I found that when you're learning words, especially higher register words, they're a lot easier to forget, right? Because your mind doesn't necessarily tell you that you're going to need to use this word, and honestly, you might never even use it. Like, there's plenty of words that I probably haven't used in years, even in English, right? Like, I don't know, like, think about how often you say rooftop or something like that, you know? Or the ceiling. Like, it's very rare, even though there are words that you must know for you know, just for your comprehension purposes. They're very hard. So what I found is that maybe asking the question, how many words can I learn a day, is the wrong question to ask. And really what you should focus on, instead of just a mass amount of words, is actually learning through context and through sentences. Because this creates a picture in your mind and lasting memories, right? Because let's be honest, if I have to be 100% honest with you guys, a lot of those words that I learned originally, I have forgotten, right? And even though I'll come across them in like a paragraph when I'm reading a book in Spanish, and I'll have an idea of what it means, I won't know and I'll have to look it up. And honestly, after a long time, I'll find myself repeatedly looking up the same words over and over and over throughout, you know, the months. So with the new way that I've been learning words, it's become a lot easier for me to learn, and it's because I've been doing it through context rather than simply just memorizing flashcards. So if you want to see that video, go ahead and check it out. But if you must get an answer on how many words I suggest that you should study a day, honestly, I would keep it around 10 to 20, no more than that, only depending on how close the language is to your native language. If you need help creating pictures in your mind and just basically having methods for memorizing these words, go ahead and check out some of my other videos. I have some exercises that I do which create funny and lasting images in my brain, surpassing the way conventional memorization works, and basically using emotions and more specifically like jokes and things of that nature to burn these memories into my brain without having to be recollected over and over again. One quick example, it's a little inappropriate, but an example that I like to talk about is, in Spanish, deportes means sports, right? So the method I used originally to memorize this, and I only had to do it once, is I made a connection, right? Here in Los Angeles, there's plenty of people that are here illegally, and deportes, sports in Spanish, kind of sounds like getting deported. So I kind of thought of it like a sport, like crossing the border illegally and getting deported was like a sport, right? So as outlandish as that sounds, things like these create burning and lasting memories in your mind. So the more outlandish they are, the better off you'll be in memorizing them. But once again, this only is in regards to words that are very close to your native language. If your native language is so far off from this, it's going to be a lot more difficult, but I still manage. And an example I like to give is in Tagalog, mabuti is like good or well, and I think of it like my butt, right? I got a nice butt. So, mabuti well. So things like that really help. Go ahead and check my channel for other videos on memorization. Just search memorization or words in my channel search box, and you'll see a couple videos. With that being said, guys, thanks for watching. No será en sus estudios. Keep studying. You guys can do it, honestly. I believe in all of you guys because I believe in the power of the human mind, right? So, thank you. Hit that subscribe, hit that like button, and peace.